okay for me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 9 of our IRC coverage of season 5. We are here tonight for the Tier 2 race in Montreal. Let's get ready for the action because we just finished our the real life coverage of the Eiffel GP after 6 long years. So before we get on to the qualifying session tonight, I have with me Babaji and Kalpesh Chaudhary as our two commentators for the night. Say hi.
Yeah, you can call me KC66.
Great to be here, man. Can't wait to watch this race for our tier two guys. I mean, yesterday in the tier one race, we had almost half the grid retire. So it's going to be an exciting race. See how our drivers deal with the walls around them. Let's go
Oh
for it.
yeah, it's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's just get started right away with the hot lap provided by Manala Baby commentary with the Profit.
Fastest tracks on the F1 calendar as we go around the circuit to Gilles Villeneuve with Maranello Baby. Approaching turn 1, every driver has a different braking zone through here, taking the curb on the entry, not so much through turn 2. This is where you can lose 4 tenths almost if you go too wide or lose a position 2 maybe. Now through 3 and 4, this is the infamous Sebastian Vettel and Hamilton zone. Now you've got to take both the curbs so that you can stick through 5, brake really hard through 6 and 7, taking as much curb through 6 but not so much through 7 because then that will make your car slip out and hit the wall on the left over here. Fast zone over here which then lines up and overtake through 8 and 9. Now if you're a driver who does not want to overtake through 8 and 9, that means you're lining up the overtake into the hairpin. 8 and 9 almost flat out. Now, through the hairpin, you've got to make sure that you don't go too wide. Maranello locking up hard as he brakes hard. Gets a good exit out of the hairpin. Now, if you're a driver, you will either try to get an overtake done into the hairpin or out of the hairpin through the wall of champions. This is where you will set up your car for the next lap, your brake biases, your fuel setups, see how the gap is built up. Through the wall of champions, eating the curves, it's almost like Monaco's piscine section as Maranello shows us how to set up blistering fast hot lap across the Canadian Grand Prix circuit.
A blistering lap indeed. It was a great 108.2. Unfortunately, he didn't have the best of races yesterday, but yeah, it happens to the best of us. Let's move on to the game itself. Qualifying has begun for our tier 2 boys, so yeah, hang in there for a heck of a show.
Yeah, let's take a look at the constructors and the driver standings for the season as of now. Not really sure who are up
All
on the
right. Yeah, Baba.
who was up on the constructors and the drivers. What does the WDC and WCC look like?
I think we have it up now. Yep.
Oh,
So Charles Leclerc
Charles,
leading in the Williams with 99
easy.
points for Abhi right behind him. As we come down to the top 10, it's 10th position for Nirma with Faizan above him 4 points, which is quite good. Both the McLaren's in the top 10 with Alfa Romeo in 12th and 15th with just decent points, but they are slowly improving as the season goes on. And the last few 5 drivers as we progress to the session.
Madhav seems to have, also known as Charles, seems to have a really good lead on the championship,
Oh
and that
yeah,
also
he's
puts his team Williams in P1 in constructors, followed by Ferrari, who are just shy of 5 points behind them.
My
And
apologies.
Ferrari is the only team going to be challenging them as they are the only ones the closest.
mm, other
Seems
teams seem
like
to be having attendance issues, or I guess just not up to the pace. But that's how it goes. We got 17 drivers on the grid today. Let's see how they start performing. The first lap's already coming in, so it's Thermo setting the fastest lap right now for the track evolution. That's a 10.8. Immediately beaten by Satvik, also known as Speedlust, 109.3, almost more than 1.5 seconds on the fastest lap. That's amazing.
the race winner of the previous 2 races, Speedlust, is showing us who's the boss here. My money is on him, so I'm gonna be supporting him a lot today.
Yes, easily done by Mr. Swatik Speedlust. He seems to have got his pace back. So we're hoping to see some domination today. But of course, there's people who will challenge him on the grid. The likes of Madhav, Abhi. Let's just wait and see
Absolutely.
how it goes.
Okay, so we have a couple of missing people here. We do not have AB17 on grid. We've had War Vortex who's already retired from session. That's going to be a big blow for Red Bull. Um, there are a couple of challenges, both of them taking the Renault seats. Rand and BK19 replacing Dawn 29 and Mountain. Harry Rocks now a sole Ferrari boy on track. Let's see if he can get a good position here for the race. Had the best of days so far. But,
I think with the pace that Vortex had at the beginning of this season, he could have been up there, but the switch from controller to wheel has sort of dropped him off a little.
Yeah, it's all learning curves. He'll
Yeah.
probably come back stronger sooner than later. I mean, he knows what he's doing. Just needs to get used to his preference. So that's just about it. Will be the battle mostly between constructors if the Williams can extend their lead as a team, and Madhav obviously is leading the WDC, so he has a good cushion of a race to actually not get bothered by the other rivals. But yeah, Williams will be looking to improve their position in constructors.
Madhav with taking podiums and winning the races, all that Nirma has to do is slowly take his time and improve and at least score points every race to keep them on the top.
True, true. Now the first medium laps are coming in. Rambo obviously
Yeah.
doing just banker laps, trying to get used to the track. With three laps on the mediums. Same goes for BK19. BK19 has a 10-4 on mediums, which is quite fast. If he gets to stay in the top 10, that's probably a good position to start from. It's the most optimal strategy.
We all three were there for yesterday's race, obviously racing in tier 1. We know that it's a two-stop for most of us because it's the best strategy, as mediums have the best grip, and they last really good amount of time for the race, like 15 laps you can do, and then 10 laps on the soft, so it's easily doable.
Yeah, and compounding to that effect, the hards are not necessarily a good tire, and that's being kind to them. They're probably like they're probably pretty terrible around the circuit. You lose so much time to the softer compounds here. It's not even funny.
Ropi, I think somehow yesterday managed to pull off a one stop with, I think, mediums to hards he was doing. So he actually pulled it off, but it's not a great strategy to be on.
Yeah, well, kudos to him. Medium start
Yeah.
is still really a good strategy because you can
Yep.
actually push your medium still. But yeah.
Kapil, your thoughts about today's race?
It's looking quite spicy. The Rambo's showing really good pace. I mean, 110.2 on mediums, and we know that the softs are at least 6 or 7 times faster. So he could be right up there in the top 3, the way it's looking right now. Having said that, Racing Point boy of Red Devil puts in a great lap of 109.7. Speedless is that little bit faster than the rest of the grid. I mean, he's had 2 showing so far, and he's just knocked it out of the park. I mean, he's been P1 throughout both races, and he's showing more of that today as well. However, Rex moving out of the way for Red Devil, though it was his in lap. But yeah, let's go on board with Satvik now. He's on his second flying lap. He is already 4 tenths ahead of the competition. Let's see if he can get more on that.
Going into that hairpin, taking that cup just a little bit, getting a great exit. You need a great exit out of here in the race as well to not get overtaken. It's a it's the longest straight on this track, I think, and you're spotting the breaking point just after 100-meter board, taking a little bit of there you go. You cannot take that. You cannot jump on the sausage on the second last corner.
Absolutely, this wall of champions chicane make
Taking
or
a very
breaks
weird
him.
line.
That's a very interesting take on how to go off track there.
Oh yeah,
by
see,
Satvik.
you see there, Faizan, how he took the inside curve for the second last corner, but not the last. That's the exact way how you have to take the end corner to not collide with the wall and also not to get invalidated.
Fine example of taking
Let's talk about the guys that are not set a lap yet. Vinay, Somde, Captain Cheesecake was also a very quick guy. Mom too.
Varp has been disqualified. I believe that he was trying to make way if you can remember, to 15 seconds ago, to Faizan was just
P1
complete
guy.
his lap,
Yes,
but
yes.
as a result of going maybe too slow, he must have been disqualified. That's unfortunate for him.
Remember, guys, you don't need to stop. You just need to go up the racing line. That's all you need to do. The drivers will manage.
There's a lot of space here to give space.
It's
Yeah.
okay. We will still. The laps are starting to come in. People are going on the second run soon enough now. Track evolution should kick in by 5 minutes almost. So let's see once that post 5 minute mark that we see the actual laps coming in.
So
Charles
very good
Leclerc here is on a good lap and goes P3, almost matching Red Devil there. Identical lap, I'd say. Very good lap.
Harry puts in a great lap of 196. Man, this Ferrari boy is looking faster tonight. Good for them, considering his teammates AFK. AWOL, my bad. Pushing button Nirma. Okay, some days on his lap. It's a little bit of a mess of the hairpin, not getting such a great exit. Maybe being compromised by the dirty air of Rambo. But then again, I can see a little bit of stuttering on him. Maybe he's just destroyed this tire. I'm not too sure. Yep, definitely look like it.
So
Yes.
no one is actually setting a lap on mediums now. I take it. No one's gonna take that risk here.
I think Rambo is the only one who set the lap.
Oh no,
No.
Faizan puts on mediums. This
Oh, I
seems to
think
have
he's
a
going
optimistic
out.
strategy. Let's check this, follow him closely for now.
I think what Faizan might be trying to do is he knows it's going to evolve. The track is going to evolve, and if he goes out at the end, he could get those mediums at the perfect moment to get into the top 10.
Rambo is still out on those mediums. He's on 4 lap old mediums and he's still pushing. I don't know if he's like using this as his test bench
Oh,
tire. Definitely looks to
he
be.
always
That's
does that.
probably
Yeah,
looks like it.
he
But
does that every week on those medium tires. He goes out and does a couple of laps to sort of get the feel and then attack during the race.
Interesting that you would do it on the one tire that you really do need or might require for the race. More likely than not, a safety car is like comes out like mid 20th lap, mid 21st, like that's at least usually how it goes. So at least for the last stint, you would want to have a medium tires, which is like a durable, good race tire, especially in Canada. But then he's just going out and just trashing it just for getting the consistency on the track. So a little odd choice on the tire for your practice runs, but nonetheless, I digress.
I mean that's fine because I doubt he'd be end up using two sets of mediums in the race, so it's just more than fine. Unless he's going to go for the two-stop one, which is like really amazing. Even then, he'd probably want to save the softs for the two-stop. So let's just see how it goes. We just really can't say. What are your guys'
Kapil,
thoughts
could
on
you
the
re-invite Abapan? I think a Ninja might not be available.
Sure.
over? Casey, what do you think about the overtaking
I can't
opportunities
invite
here?
him.
Oh no, you'll have to do it through the menu.
I
Yeah.
What
have
is
to do it through
the
the menu. I don't even know how to. Disqualified from session again for blocking the pit lane. How can a guy be
The pause menu.
how can a guy be disqualified twice? This game never ceases to amaze. And yeah, I hope he is back. This game is cuckoo. Okay, Faizan's on his medium run, bumps the wall for good luck.
Does he have damage? I think we may have to restart. No, I think we need the tire telemetry.
Just a minute then. I thought
Cool.
it was visible. Let's see, I might have blocked it. Well, it is on now, but
Oh yeah. Yep. It's up.
my bad.
Oh, and it's gone again.
Is it?
no? It's
Oh yeah, it's here. It's here.
Is
Sorry.
it still there?
Yep.
if
It's working.
then-
Screw up. Don't remember what it is. Okay. I'm
So let's
sorry
talk.
about
Look at
that.
the times now. Lots of drivers in the pits right now, waiting for the final run. It seems to me we are up for a traffic jam, guys. because there's literally 2 to 3 cars on the grid right now. Some
Oh
people
yeah.
on the out laps. So yeah, there's at least good 8 cars in the pits right now. They're gonna come out together in like 2 minutes on the grid. So we are looking for something spicy going on right now. I'm still worried for
So
Rambo as to when is he going to go and put in a lap on the proper tire, because
Yeah,
does he
I
want to start? Does he want to start on 8 lap old mediums?
I think he's lost to the plot here. It's gonna be.
Either he's expecting to get pushed down out of top 10, which could be a fair strategy.
if he does not, he's kinda ruined his own strategies for the first stint.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Maybe
I don't see
he's thinking.
Vinay Monk putting in laps. What's wrong there? What's happening there? Captain Cheesecake now finally out on track. He's a quick driver. Let's see. Let's try to follow his lap once he's come. I think he's on a lap right now.
Monk, I think he did not set a lap even in Baku. He stayed in and then um, waited for people to die during the race to gain all those positions. Easy.
That's a pro gamer
So-
move right there.
Captain Cheesecake is about to finish his lap. Yeah, he only manages a 10-5 though. He's might try to push for another lap.
So I guess it was his first lap right now. Yeah.
Like what one?
Is he going in for one more lap? Can we?
Probably, definitely might. Shall the luck improves to 13 and Red Devil does so too. Finally, people catching up to
Ooh.
Speedless. Speedless still, yeah, he's not coming.
Chilling
He's
in the
happy
pit.
to-
He,
yeah.
I think, he's already shown us what is.
BK19's done. Captain Cheesecake is still pushing.
Speedless still has the entire track evolution to use now for his final run.
And
So
he's
let's
come
see
out
where he
now. I
ends up.
think that's a little too late. Sorry, Speedless.
He's on the out lap. Let's see. Let's follow him. Where is he?
But there's a bug where it allows you to complete that one last lap even though the flag is out.
Now,
So-
let's see if he uses to his advantage. BK19. Well,
So
he's got
Faizan
a-
is about to start his lap.
Nope, Captain Cheesecake is done. He doesn't know about the glitch.
Could we Faizan, could we go on?
Faizan is on an outlap. Just
Oh,
started
yeah.
his lap.
He crosses the line. I think he still can do his lap. Yeah.
No, he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
started.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. He uses that bug.
Keeping it clean so far. Yeah, great lines to the end of sector 1. Think getting a little loose, but all clean so far. Faizan behind him is doing well as well.
So he's not. I don't think he's.
Oh, that was a big cut, but no invalidation.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that corner you can actually cut it a little bit.
Well, pro gamer
Oh.
moves here for your main
He's-
event in Canada.
Still 3/10 down. I think he's on his.
So Satvik couldn't make his lap. I'm taking it, right?
No, he just started his final lap.
Let's
Oh, yeah.
follow them. Difficult
Let's-
corner here to get the
Wait,
braking.
just less. Okay, BK19 is unfortunately invalidated. Faizan does not invalidate it. Will he improve? I don't think so. No, that's the end.
Faizan, no.
Let's see if Speedless nails this sector, clips the inside curb, rides this curve ahead, goes wide, run down to the hairpin. Let's see if he can nail the traction here perfectly.
He's almost. He's like just a half a tenth down, and
Now this should probably a good slipstream.
Yeah.
Good slipstream for Satvik here. Let's see if he can utilize it perfectly. Let's see, the dirty air comes in the picture in the last chicane. And he
Oh.
just as well, the good line, really
Picture
good line uses.
perfect. Ladies and
what a
gentlemen.
beautiful way to take that
But
corner.
unfortunately, he does not improve. But that is
And-
still pole for him. That is the end of qualifying.
So let's run down from the start. It's Speedless with 19340 with which is the fastest lap, obviously taking that pole position. Red Devil just behind him. I think he's a tenth down on him. Yeah.
10.5 down. Harry Rocks
With Harry-
in the Ferrari. Unfortunately, could not finish, improve on his last run, but great showing nonetheless. Shalalurk leads Williams in P4 RWDC. Ranked in P5, great qualifying for him. Our lead challenger. Rambo in P6 on those 7-lap-old medium tires. Man, this is going to be great for him. Let's see how quickly he drops down the field. I am not optimistic on his race start because he's thrown his strategy out into the garbage.
Absolutely.
Captain Cheesecake, however, is still on his flying lap. Unfortunately, he's made a mistake. But yeah, the
I think
timer
yeah, he can
stopped.
safely retire now,
He
as
can retire,
everybody.
yes.
Yeah.
And Tormo
BK19,
in the worst position right now, I think. BK19, yeah, you're saying. BK19 has had a decent lap.
yes,
Or
indeed.
I
One,
think,
yeah,
yeah, please go ahead.
110, 2 times behind Faizan, who did his final lap on, but he could not improve as well. Captain Cheesecake is not getting the message that he can retire and he's not improving on his lap. But nonetheless, Thermo is now the lead Red Bull with Vortex unfortunately retiring very, very early into the session. Uh, Rebel, well, he's lucky in a way to be starting in P11. He gets free choice of tires along with Monk. Watching for the Nirma, Vinay, Sohomde, and the disqualified Abarpa. Yeah, that has been your qualifying. To put in your predictions for our top three, will be started very, very soon, barring yeah any more technical difficulties with the game.
Well, that's
Tormo
the end
really
of
got
our
the short
quali.
stick of the quali by starting in P10 on softs. Let's hope we can make the best of it. The soft trainers really have to pull away because BK19 seems to be in a really good position. He set his time on the mediums and he's in P8. He's primed for a good finish.
Let's see. I want to see what happened to invalidation and then DNF. Terminal damage. We must have crashed for Vortex.
Yep.
And then there was the incident of Abarpan with a disqualification.
Oh, he was waiting in the pit lane. That's a sad, unfortunate incident. Obviously not intentional from him, but yeah, stuff like this
Whoops.
happens. It's going to be interesting race how drivers take it into T1, 2, then 3. It's really tight. Not much space. People will be looking to make up positions into the first few corners. So I'm looking for it. Hope the drivers keep it clean for their own sake, and I hope they don't keep it clean for our sake.
Yeah.
Well said. Just a moment, gentlemen. I'm just looking at some stream settings to help me out. Please pause for dramatic effect. Telemetry, don't know why. Anyways.
How many of you think, Casey, that will do the two stop in the top 10? They seem to be all starting on softs, but we don't know for sure who are going to go on the hards later on or who are going to go to two stop.
If they saw our race yesterday, I think they should go for the two stops as it's the best strategy. As the hards have no grip and they're just the worst tires to start on. Or
Yes, I
maybe even
couldn't
go
agree
to
more.
that tire. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening out there, race engineers, forget about the hard tires.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
really
worth it.
need to optimize your. Going on hards not only prevents you from gaining pace, it gets you really close to the walls in some of the corners, and that will probably
Absolutely.
end up in damage. And you really don't want that in this circuit. As
The track, yeah.
every bit of front downforce is important here.
It,
You need that
it
turn in.
looks like it's a bit cloudy, so tire times are going to be down anyway. So it's already is a bad indication if you're going to if you're going to think about hards.
Yep. It's very similar conditions to what we had in the tier 1 race, an overcast
Oh yeah.
condition.
To yeah,
Let's
sunny to overcast again. Yeah.
maybe
Exactly.
there could be a slight rain shower in the middle of the race. Let's
We
wait
would
and find
love
out.
to see that. We would
Yep.
love to see that.
Now you need to pay attention to the medium runners on their formation lap and check if they actually heat up their tires because it's quite crucial right now that they do so to have their clean first sector into the first lap. So let's go move on to formation lap now.
So
Well,
Faizan giving a go to our tier two drivers to ready up after that 1 minute mark. So everybody's reading up, selecting their strategies, the setup changes, maybe just wing down as the park farm is on you. They cannot make a lot of changes. Just a quiet little bit of things here and there, brake bias and wing front wing angle.
Yeah, hoping people don't disconnect from the race like they usually do. The usual
Oh
suspects,
yes.
Captain Cheesecake. somebody, a Red Devil, I guess. So you
Oh yeah,
guys, come on, hoping you
cheesecake.
guys
Yeah.
can do the race completely.
Good to know that Burpan is back in the session. Wait, has the Ferrari just flown away? Oh, he's not
Yeah.
interested in wasting any time.
He wants his tires warmed up quite early.
Yep.
Well,
Interesting.
good for him.
If we can move on to Rambo, I'd like to see his wear. His wear is decent enough, to be honest. But yeah,
What's the
if he
one of the
goes on to
numbers
the
show?
hard,
So this is the sort of wear that soft runners I think will have. If you could go on a soft runner to see his tire wear.
yeah, they are same, somewhere between 5 to 10
Yeah,
percent.
somewhat like. But I think Rambo has pushed them quite a lot in the quali to get more. So his life for mediums obviously will not be that long. So it's
Just a
kind of
second.
ruined his strategy.
Good.
But well, we never know.
His wear is not that terrible from the likes of it. He could possibly do 10 odd laps on the mediums. That
What's the
should put
weather
him up
showing?
for.
Any chance of rain?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. From the initial weather forecast, we
Hmm.
probably saw
Monk,
just some cloudy.
Monk and
Pro-
Washington, I think, may have come together to
Yeah,
get
so Monk is
disqualified
on
on the
the
grid.
medium. Monk is on the medium tires, and I don't know if even Washing is on medium tires. So if they have disqualified mid lap, they don't have much heat in their tires, so it's going to be really tricky for them into the first sector.
If we could
Yes,
switch to the tires that these guys are starting on, so oh yeah,
yes.
so everybody except for BK and Rambo are on mediums. BK in the prime position for mediums because he does not have that much wear. I think everybody
Vortex as well.
after
He's on the
Vortex is
soft
on
tire.
soft.
He
So
I,
wants
obviously, he's
to
going to go for
push
the
in the
two
first
soft.
stint. I like
this
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 strategy.
is this is the exact strategy that Rissel went for yesterday and got that race win. So we never know.
Makings of a champion or a winner tonight? Let's wait and find out.
Hmm. Well,
Waiting
well,
out for
well.
the natural bug. We shall wait for a while before the race actually starts.
And it's 5 lights out
And
with a little bit
and
of delay.
finally lights out and
Away we go.
speedless.
Speedlet getting a
Oh, there's
really good
already
start.
collision
Oh,
between the McLaren boys. There's more contact. Speedlust has left the session. That's convenient. Um, well, there's a lot of argy-bargy between. We've got a spun
Couldn't
rant
deal with
of.
the
Yep,
traction.
yep.
We don't yet know if it was traction or contact, but as you can see, the drivers, due to some contact, have been spaced out and fortunately got themselves clean to the first sector. And now the racing starts. I can see end plates flying left, right, so that doesn't really imply a good sign. So let's hope that the drivers got clean to the first lap. Very unfortunate for Speedless.
yeah.
Just give me a
Uh,
moment. I'm gonna try to get Speedlust back into the game if he's somewhere around.
Sure. So we're probably finishing the first hairpin right now with Harry Rocks leading, followed by Red Devil and
Oh, more
Madhav.
collision there. That's now good.
Madhav colliding with in a Costina effect
Can't
with
find
the
him.
front cars in front, getting a bit overeager perhaps into the hairpin.
Rambo
Nowhere,
going on the outside line with those mediums. No, he does not quite have that speed on Charles
Oh, Red
Leclerc.
Devil
Charles
and oh
Leclerc
wait, he's gone
oh,
into the pits. Harry Rocks and Red Devil are fighting,
and
going
Rambo
side
gets
by
a
side.
penalty. Side by side action. Can Red Devil push him wide and get the position?
Oh,
No, he
there's a lot
gets
Harry
of
Rocks
contact.
contact.
going on the inside and the outside before that to get that move done. Charles Leclerc closing quite quickly on Red Devil with that move from Harry Rocks.
Yes.
This
Oh,
is
Red
Now,
risky.
Devil. Vortex, meanwhile, has had an insane start. He's already moved up to
Oh,
P12 and he's looking to find Rebel into the braking. No, thinks better of it. Back to the
race is
front.
long. Yeah. Meanwhile,
Speedless is
Speedless
back.
falling.
And he's
Oh,
down in P8, unfortunately. He's gonna be furious. Harry Rocks goes and bumps into the wall. That's compromised his line, and Red Devil swoops in to get the position. Moves
bring
can
in.
Charles
Madhav go on
Leclerc to
air?
the right.
Rocks. Yes, this is terrible. Oh, they finally think better of it. Beautiful from the drivers.
Faizan's going around the outside of Shalalook, trying to get the better exit, but Shalalook luckily
Get that
Faizan
got
using
it
all
off.
his
slipstream and
DRS. He
quickly.
wants this move. He wants this move. He's going to probably make it
This is going to
on
end
the
badly.
inside.
No, it does
Yes.
not.
Well, that was a good, clean move.
Yes, very clean move from Faizan. Kudos to him. Madhav,
Absolutely.
meanwhile, picking up penalties already into lap 1. He's got 3 seconds. The other
And DRS
penalties.
has been enabled.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Vortex has picked up damage and now he's in the pits. He's gone onto the medium tires and so has Rant from his initial spin.
Amo gained 3 positions from P10, so it's going quite well for the other Red Bull.
Yes.
Faisal is in front of Shalala. He's doing a great charge right now. But having said that, Shalalak is on the offensive again. Gets much better
ERS,
exit.
DRS, everything. That should be an easy move. Faizan
Faizan
using
having
obviously
Kitchen
ERS.
sink.
Oh, taking the exit route. Fair
giving
enough.
that
Half-heartedly.
position, giving
Captain
that position
Cheesecakes might
back.
take up the opportunity. There's a bit of contact.
Oh, Captain Cheesecake just
Brilliant
wants.
move.
Oh,
A
gets
Michael
that corner
Schumacher
cut a
off
bit.
the track overtake.
Well, the
Beautiful.
pack is quite crowded right now, especially the midfield. They're all bunched up together. BK 19 now is trying to make a charge on Faizan. Faizan has unfortunately lost out on
Oh.
Cheesecake. Missing the
Faizan,
apex. I believe he must have damage right now. Doesn't look good for him.
Faizan has almost no ERS, so now he's probably going to be a sitting duck for the drivers behind. BK19 also pushing with his ERS heavily to stay in the DRS range, picking up a penalty meanwhile into T1. So let's see how it goes. People with the
Washing
ERS are
on
probably can.
Nirma around the outside of Thermo. Still side by side. Thermo goes really deep into turn 3. There's a bit of contact, but Thermo keeps the position. Harry rocks now. It's falling behind. What's
disconnected from the session.
Aye. Captain Cheesecake with a big overslide there. Harry Rocks is back though. That's good for him. That was not a lot of time lost. Fortunately, still means he's over 3 or 4 seconds behind Red Devil.
Meanwhile, Red Devil easily escaping DRS range and getting some quite of a lead here. It's starting to look like today's race with Bottas and Hamilton in the initial stages.
Oh,
but
there's a
yeah.
big contact with Abarpan. At the same time, Thomo gets eaten alive by washing bottle Nirma. They're still side by side.
Brilliant racing.
Side by side, touching, banging the wheel, and they're still side by side going into the
Into the
the
chicane.
end turn. And Washing Powder obviously got the better run.
Oh,
He's
that is close
still getting
action
challenged
there.
from Thermo.
Cutting close. That probably killed Thermo's momentum more. He probably came out first there. But let's see if he can keep up. It's of course the harder compound on Nirma. He can probably get the move done down into the hairpin, further down the sector 3. Let's hope he can stay. Difficult on the traction out of turn 2, as we know it. Speedless now, as you can see, back into the race. He's trying to make positions back. Unfortunate for him, to be honest, but again, this could be a challenge for him that he was waiting for. He needs to fight back and get a good position in this race.
The amount of penalties people are getting, if Speedless could keep it clean, he could recover all the places. Not all, but at least have a good recovery race again.
ERS on Monk, easy overtake. Monk saving his ERS, probably playing the long game with the strategy. Good thinking from him. Rebel on Thermo on the inside, giving him space. Good racing from both of them. Gets
Very
the better
clean
exit.
Oh, and
Thermo's
Thermo
back on
gets
him.
the better exit with the DRS
But
on Rebel, and he's gone past Thermo.
the Mercedes power, the racing
And
point.
I think he's gotten overtaken by Vinay as well.
No, he's gone into
Oh,
the
he
pits.
dives into the pits.
I believe he might
He has
have
no
had
telemetry
some-
enabled. He must have had damage. Yeah, that could be the only reason. Really struggling there. Unfortunate again, but in this race, if anything we learned from yesterday, just keep going. You might never know what might happen. People might get desperate toward the end stages, and you just might gain some positions.
Got a
So you need to hang in
spinning
there.
Rambo. No, that would be a spinning Faiza. No, that would be Rambo, my bad. There's a yellow flag into sector 1. Turbo's just come out ahead of Rant. He's slotted in between Vortex and Rant. So, yeah. Oh, Vortex has completely missed and done a battle. Believe that's not looking good for him. Yep, that's complete damage
That's
already.
some, that's some PTSD. Oh my god, people are really struggling with the grip right now.
Surprisingly, Soham Day seems to have been faced by this even more. don't know, he must have made a mess of it looking at Vortex. And I believe he has damage as well.
Yes, a little bit of on the right.
Now
Harry
should be the
Rocks
pit
and
window
Captain
for the
Cheesecake
two
being
stop.
squeezed into turn 1, still on the outside. Captain Cheesecake keeps the position there.
Harry Rocks has been going for those dives, absolutely not giving.
Indeed. It's hard racing here tonight in Montreal. No prisoners alive.
DK19 seemed to have gone from mediums onto the hards early in the race, which is really unfortunate. And as we see that Wawatex going into the pit for the second time within 7 laps, that is not really looking good. He'll be through the fresh set of tires soon enough. He'll have to start using the used ones again, which is not really looking up for the Red Bull team right now as they both are out of points positions. One's on the hard thermo probably looking to take it to the end. I mean, let's hope that it works out for him. Warotex again putting on softs, probably looking to make a charge, but he's a good half a minute away from his next competitor, which is IRC Rant, who's on mediums with 4-lap-old mediums. Time to see.
Harry Rocks there just completely getting the turn right with Captain Cheesecake making a mess of into the last chicane.
Can he go on the outside? No.
With that wing sort of damage, I don't.
Oh wait, Rebel's gone off into turn 1. I believe there might have been contact there. He's being ghosted, luckily, and he's still spinning. But yeah, he moves a lot of positions down. Harry Rocks, in the meanwhile, gets the position on Captain Cheesecake. I believe he must have had a moment of oversteer, which compromised his exit out of turn 4, and Harry Rocks steals that position away.
It's easy to lose your concentration.
Getting the deer, and he's going for it under the tunnel.
Sorry.
Can he get that move done? Washing Powder getting
No.
off the track, and he's not giving that position. He's not letting get Speedless pass so easily.
That is very
Speedless.
naughty, Nirma.
Speedless will have to wait for this second DRS straight. Can he line it up right and get that good exit on him? He has 50% DRS. Can you check how much Nirma has?
Nirma has 34.
Well, Speedless can absolutely attack right now, I suppose. And he has used quite a lot of ERS in that straight, and he's closed up even more again. With that DRS, he should be able to make that overtake within 2 laps.
The leaders have pitted. Shalalak and the Red Devil coming out in just ahead of Rambo. Yep, now they're right in with the midfield boys.
No blue flags here, so they are gonna have to make their own charge.
This is kind of unfortunate since there's another good 2-3 laps to go for the. There's actually no soft runners left in front of them. They are on the mediums. This traffic is going to cost Shalalak a lot.
Urban gets all wonky in that exit, and Shalalak makes it 1 and makes
Rebel.
it 2 into the same straight. Still side by side, Rebel not giving away.
Rebel doing what Washing Powder did, but then backs off because
So
obviously he
really
was not on the track.
Not respecting track limits here. It's interesting.
What is that? Rules are meant to be broken, Babaji. That's
Yes.
the tier 2 way.
Madhav locking up but still managing to get a better exit. He's on the fresher mediums. He should probably make mincemeat of the drivers ahead of him.
Red Devil getting that overtake on the inside line for the final straight and onto the main straight he gets.
There's collision between Rambo and Abarpan.
Yeah, well.
Just look at the state of Rambo's tires right now. He's already done 15 laps on those mediums.
Oh no, he put on fresh mediums, and this is again 8-lap mediums. This is the wear on his
So,
8-lap mediums.
alright.
Yes. In the
Speedless
first,
Speedless has,
second-
Yep.
oh, I'm
Speedless
sorry.
is okay. He's going for the 2-stop too, so it's like interesting. Let's see. He's probably in the prime position to do it. He doesn't seem to have come out in much traffic. As we are now looking at Madhav, he's already overtaken Rebel and Vinay. That's
There's
two more
contact
positions.
Oh,
between the
he's got
two.
him
I
hit
don't know if they're
from
desync or
Abarpan.
not. But yeah, that was not a simple impact. Rambo now all up
Now
on
we have
this.
4 cars battling for P7. Rebels taken off. So
Can
it's
we
just-
look at Amarpan's damage quickly? Because hairpin is important right now, and we'll see if he doesn't have telemetry enabled. Come on, guys, PSA, turn on your telemetry.
Let's give him a penalty for that. We give him the
Yes.
opportunities for it.
And as we can see, Rambo having damage doesn't get a decent enough exit. The Burpan line got the DRS using the ERS, but I don't think he'll be able to make the move into the chicane. Let's see if he compromises exit. As we see Rebel go into the pits, likely in
Interesting.
damage. So now we just see people pitting left and right. It's so hard to follow who has done how many pit
Ooh.
stops. You
Upper
should get
going
that.
really deep and the door opening, but
In a tap that Mercedes again inviting McLaren in, and he's destroyed the McLaren's front
Making
wing as
mince
well.
meat of their wings. What
this
is
looks to be
wing?
a carbon copy of the incident between Yashish Manohar and Manuel the Baby from Tier-1 yesterday. The door was
Yes.
closed, they glued to each other, and finally loss of front wing. Captain Cheesecake surprisingly has come back behind Thermo, who pitted so early on some 5-lap old hard tire. Interestingly, he's going on to the one-stop strategy with those hard tires. Thermo there, losing his front
Losing his
lap.
front
That's
wing.
not good.
Meanwhile, I think Rant had damage once again. So he had to pit once more for hard tires, and Varvotex has made up 15 seconds in the last 3 laps on those softs. So it looks like a honorable charge, but yeah, he's very far away from actually competing for anything
The late
valuable.
dive by Rambo gets a warning and a penalty, but he gets the position as well. Was it worth it? A little bit
That
much.
wall.
I mean that driving with the damaged wing is extremely commendable. Some nice moves from him.
Absolutely.
Madhav now on the charge, 2 seconds away from washing powders on old mediums. Should be able to get the gap down quite easily. Harry Rock still running 11 laps on those softs. He's probably looking to do the one stop, but it's really just killing his time right now. He really needs to go in for the halves right now or just go and settle for the mediums as early as possible.
Yeah,
Could he be
he's.
possibly doing a soft, medium, softs? That could also
Uh,
be a strategy, but I don't think so. That's what he had in mind. So
yeah,
let's
this
just see.
looks to be a miscalculation because he's already being hunted down by Red Devil and he's already in almost an entire pit stop behind the Red Devil and Shalala. That's not good. But Fairy Rock's finally pitting in and trashing
Let's see what
those
tire he
used
puts.
softs. Yep.
Interesting what Split has in their hands.
So good on
As the
the
yellow tire,
mediums.
and he's got wing
Interesting.
damage. Okay. So now this probably a late call on strategy, but let's see if it works out for him. As the leaders now settle back in, is probably Red Devil and Charlotte provisionally with with washing powder still needing to pit. But washing seems to be in a really good position right now. If he can keep those tires running, he should probably have a good race. What do you
Thermo
think
is
is his?
taking around the outside into turn 1. Man, this is amazing defending by Thermo right now. But finally, Captain Cheesecake goes for that cutback line. Still side by side. There's more
Both of them
contact.
on those hard tires, fighting it out, and Thermo with the older tires couldn't quite keep it up.
Well, a commendable effort by Thermo nonetheless. He kept him back for an
Absolutely.
entire lap. Kudos to him.
Brilliant. Seems to be struggling with those hards. It's really difficult to put the traction down, especially with the weather also right now. There's just not enough grip on them.
I think Charles Leclerc, yeah, he's caught up with
Steam
his teammate
orders.
and team
That's
orders
the team
playing.
orders happening. Yeah,
Yes,
never to
absolutely.
see it.
And
And washing
well,
into that.
I
Again,
think
this looks like a two-stop. What do you think?
absolutely, I think it's a two-stop
Yeah,
clearly.
he should know that. Let's see.
Well,
Dropping down
Speedless
that.
has caught up till fourth place now with washing powder pitting now, and this is his second stint for Speedless, so he's gonna go on the softs at the very end. So
More team
he's
orders in the back
already made
straight.
good recovery.
So
Oh yeah,
they and Monk guys are going to
with
switch
those fresher
positions.
tires.
Brilliant. Now Thermo trying to get back what he lost to Cheesecake, but again struggling with that traction. Not really easy to put down the power here, even on the softer compounds. I can imagine how difficult it is on the harder compounds.
Talk about a cut
Struggling
there into turn 3. This penalty
really.
situation will not be looking too good.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the cutting set to regular, but I don't know. Maybe. Ooh, that
Going
can't be good.
very close to the wall.
That can't be good. as you were saying before, the Haas really like those walls.
Could we switch cameras to see if he has wing down? Oh, he's tapping the wall again over there on the second corner.
Do we not have the telemetry open for
Nah, I
thermal?
think. Oh,
No,
and
we
I
need
think
to.
he has both the end plates gone for his
That's the
wing.
Yeah, we need to
Very bad.
reprimand all the tier 2 drivers who don't have telemetry.
But hey, he'll
170.8.
have really good speed on the straight.
Yeah, it's always a
Plus.
compromise.
Oh, let's go
Oh, it's
contact!
home day
Oh,
not living. Oh, I think
is-
that's lag. That's I think
could
a
be a
lag.
desynced. And Vortex is out of the
Ah,
session. He is
just
retired
it's.
in the
I think we
pits.
can go on
He
the board
has
with
hit.
McLaren to see where he retired.
He's
No,
retired in
Um,
the
yeah,
pits.
exactly. Go to
Oh,
McLaren
wait,
on
wait,
the.
yep,
McLaren,
yep, yep,
McLaren.
yep.
Both.
Oh,
Yep,
He's
yep,
last year
retired
there.
into
the
turn
ball.
5.
I think
Well,
yeah, he oversteered or maybe understeered into that wall
Got
and
a
lost a tire.
VSC that's come out. Anyone's going to take advantage of that. So Day and
it's
Thermo
probably
pit.
Rambo. Where can we see where Rambo is on track right now?
Rambo is in P3.
Ah, he's quite a
Hmm.
far away from the pits, so it's necessarily not going to help him out. Faizan would like to take advantage of this, but then he'd be in no man's land as to what he's supposed to do. So yeah,
I think they reach when they reach pit lane, it will already be over for the VSC will be over. So they I don't think it will.
yeah. If
It's not
someone
going
like
to.
BK19 has a fresh set of mediums, they could literally strap them on and go to the end of the race, and that would actually put them in a good position. Same goes with anyone who has
And
a fresh set of mediums right now. 20 laps is easy, especially it's 19 now on mediums, but I guess no one goes into the pits. Everyone takes the track position.
BK is on older hards. He's closing into Captain Cheesecake, and he also has right end plate damage. And there's more front wing flying off and is stuck to the back of
BK
BK19.
collecting that wing from the Haas.
Faizan and Washington and Nirma going side by side. Washington
Now
and Nirma with
Faizan
those fresh tires. Let's see if he dives
washing
deep.
powder,
Nope,
not giving it up. Oh, and he couldn't get that corner right.
it's not over yet. But Speedless in the meanwhile is going to be taking charge on
Really
the other
go for the
McLaren.
dive bomb. I think he's gonna go for it, and yes, he does. Will he
This
make it
looks-
stick? Yes, he does.
He does.
Clean move around the inside and the outside.
This looks to be his overtaking spot. He's already made 2 or 3 moves so far in this race. Yeah, good showing
He
for
is
him.
on a charge for the recovery.
Yep. Yeah, Monk and Rebel having a bit of a tussle. Oh, Faizan's lost the position. Nirma using the overtake. He's got more ERS, he's got fresher tires. How's it doing now? Rambo serving his time penalty and changing his wing.
Putting on hards or he just cycled through all his tires this weekend. This is not looking good.
BK19 has made the overtake on Captain Cheesecake. Great showing from him so far. Our newest
Oh, when
challenger.
touching the tires, not a
Oh.
good idea. Yeah, you quickly lose the traction on the tires.
This Captain Cheesecake, he seems to have a bit damage, doesn't he? He's really understeering in some
Yes, he's
places.
lost the end plate.
What do you think in the front runners, in the top 6 runners? Who do you think? Do you think all of them will go towards the end on their tires? I don't see any of them pitting. Faizan could struggle towards the end on those mediums. So same goes with Red Devil and Charlotte.
Not too sure because it makes
So-
more sense not
I think
to...
it can do about.
Yeah, you're saying?
So I think mediums can do about 15 laps. So if they are 9 laps old, they should be able to go up till 25th lap, something around that, and they can go on the softs at the end for the last 10 laps, which is perfectly fine right now. And but Speedless has 1 lap fresher tire, so he could be going a little more deep into the race with those tires, and washing
True.
powder even more than that.
Washing powder can go towards the end of the race. As we saw yesterday, Tanish doing up to 23 laps on those mediums. So
Could you, yeah.
you could actually do that much,
Oh,
pull a
Monk
long
getting
stint.
a lot of oversteer at the end. Our exit of turn 2. Rebel getting closer and closer.
I think Harry Rocks is on the tail of Faizan right now. We should go on them. Oh yes, and he's got that overtake done. On the outside, Faizan well not respecting the track limits.
I think that's his natural line. He's done that already twice in the race. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's
people really not
line.
respecting the car in front, just going for their line, committing to it. Captain Cheesecake, kudos for struggling with those wing and still staying on track. He's got a lot of VRS stored for himself, so that's good. Low downforce on the straights with the missing front wing and ERS. He's probably primed for a good defense.
He's using everything he's got to get past Vinay. Could he go for that dive
Oh,
bomb? No,
Monk
things better off
dived
it.
so
Monk
And
late.
soft.
That was
Oh.
extremely lucky there that Monk dived so late and Captain Cheesecake at the right opportune moment pitting. That was like a sixth sense there.
I
that
mean,
could have
dude,
been a tire
all-
flying in the
it's
air.
obviously cheating. With the weight of Monk's balls, the car has so much more downforce. So it's literally cheating. I'm not gonna say anything. It's
Yes, he's
really
acting like ballast for his car.
yes. The soft tire literally showing his boss come on his roll. He's probably fighting a heart that already heated up. So it's kind of a even battle. The softs are also towards the end of their life spin. So it's going to be interesting between BK19 and Monk. BK19 no slouch here, has the pace,
Rambo, I
has the
think
wing,
Rambo.
Believe,
I think.
and they're
BK19
changing
missed.
positions.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they must have traded positions there. There might have been a move by Monk in the last corner there. But a
Definitely
failed
going for a move now, Monk. Oh, that's a rebel.
shoving in. It's like, hey, I'm here in the
Rebel.
party as well.
Inviting himself in a very aggressive way.
Monk using
Yeah.
all of it and has run out of
Yeah.
ERS, but he's got the speed going side
And
by side.
And now they're
TRS.
gonna go into it. Oh, BK going for the mediums.
As soon as we have that battle and they drive into the pit.
There are really some party poopers on the grid right now. It's no fun.
Well, looks like very sensible play, or maybe just Monk is just hypnotizing all of them. It's like, you must go into the pits.
Yeah. 10 seconds to Faizan Monk. Oh, Monk needs to pit again for another set of softs. So he seems to be on the medium soft. He'll be primed. So where do you think if Monk can build a gap, where do you think he comes out?
I believe he'll
P12?
be- Yeah, I believe he'll be behind Captain Cheesecake. But yeah, sure.
But then with those new softs, he could easily close in on those hard tire runners, which are in 8, 9, and 10, I think.
So we're getting a much better exit. Not using his
Monk.
DRS. Though slowly closing on him. Trying to take a switchback line there. Very nicely done. And Ryan is out of the equation. He's pitted and he's retiring in the midst.
Not going well for him, I think.
Frustrated for him, I think. Hard luck for him. Good opportunity, missed out. I mean, this is one of the war of attritions. Oh, man.
If
You
you
gotta
could.
press the brake, man. You gotta press the brake.
Oh, and he's lost his end plate on the right front, I think.
Still does the overtake. Brilliant move. Really a fighting spirit from Barpan. He's had lots of incidents this race, but he's just keeping on fighting and being competitive. You know of his pace, but now we can also see his spirit. Very commendable.
The keyboard warrior marches on into P7.
If Abarpan could keep this pace going, he could finish in the top 5 with those mediums yet to pit in front of him.
True. The hards are primed. So the hards
He's
are
he's nursed them and he's brought them up to the temperature and he could now take it to the end. So easy.
he's a decent pit stop behind the top 3. So yeah, he'd
Yep.
probably be. If he can push it, he's definitely gonna get Faizan because Faizan has to pit again easily. Watching Powder and Harry Rocks, I'm looking at them. I'm interested with their race. If they can push their mediums towards the end, barring some traction lost towards the last few laps, they are primed for a good finish.
If we could go through the penalty situation from top to bottom, Kapil, let's see. So Red Devil has 3 seconds with Charles Leclerc 6, so he's gonna have to do a lot more than that. Speedless, keeping it clean. Washing Powder, teammate of Charles Leclerc with 3 and Harry Rocks 0 penalties. 18 seconds of penalties for Faizan. That is not good.
That is a
Faizan,
F in chat.
Purple is definitely gonna get him. Monk keeping it clean for 3 seconds. Red Devil, Rebel, who's and we have migrating host.
This is gonna be
Oh, we
beautiful.
hope the lobby does not crash. I think our host Ninja may have disconnected.
It's time for the
Yeah.
chaos to ensue.
I think, yeah, lobby seems fine. It may have migrated to a better host.
Yes, let's fingers crossed. Let's not jinx anything.
Codemasters.
Codemasters, get a start paying your engineers, please.
So we were on Rebel. He has 6 seconds of penalties with Rambo behind him. 9 seconds. Oh, Faizan is in the pits.
Spirit for his final
Finally.
stop.
Well, how many positions will he lose? He's gone down 1, 2. Yeah, he's probably
Mediums.
gonna be behind his teammate, and Thermo I think will. Yeah,
Fight
he's
him
also
on
gonna
exit.
overtake. Yep. Oh yeah. No. I think Thermo's.
Thermos got it, I think.
Yep. He is just
But
ahead to keep
with
that.
with 8 laps fresher tires, Final might look to make a move on those tires.
But they're still cold, and I think Thermo has a chance to still get a little more ahead, break that DRS if he can. That's the only chance he can have right now.
Rebel seems to have DRS on Monk. Can we see that? See if he actually is going for a move. What's Rebel's damage situation?
This is
Oh.
constant.
No, I mean Monk should be pitting this lap from what I take it if he wants to
The leader,
be
Shalalak,
competitive.
has pitted onto another set of medium tires. Will Red Devil follow it?
Interesting. None of them going for the softs in their last 10 probably couldn't save it over the quali.
I think Faizan is lining up for. No, he's got the DRS. I think maybe he should wait and go for the second DRS straight. Meanwhile, Somde and BK exchanging positions there.
Oh,
he's
lovely on the
dived.
outside.
Faizan does not want to wait.
Side.
He's got to go. And he gets that overtake done. A little aggressive, but got it done.
Faizan now charging through the field. Really wants to make up those positions. Really interesting how he'll go about it.
Now,
Let's.
here's
Can
the
you
difference.
update me? Yep, tell me.
Monk has pitted more around the same time that Shalalak has, but Shalalak has gone out of the mediums while Monk has done a good count of softs. But now he's come out behind his teammate on fresh softs. Let's see how quickly he disposes of it.
I think going on soft at this point at 25th lap is the right call.
Yes, it is
It's easily
definitely the right-
doable on 10 laps for softs.
and he will probably get the better of him. But understeering into corners like this is probably going to kill his tire life. He should really be focusing on that. What is the penalty situation of washing powder and Harry Rocks? Can you update me on it? I was lost out there. Harry Rocks 0, very nice. Washing 3 seconds.
That's
So let's
quite
see,
clean.
let's see how he does it. Ineffective, I think there would be no position change, but the washing did start down in P13, so it's an interesting race for him. If he can keep his nerve, it's a good finish for him.
So with 10 laps to go, the front two runners yet not pitting with Charles Leclerc and the teammate behind him absolutely going for the well, they're going to the end now.
So
Harry
he's not
Rocks.
making it easy for his teammate. He's really holding him up
Yeah.
there with those tires. Captain Cheesecake does his second stop as well. Comes out last.
That's rough.
Finally gets
Team orders maybe?
I mean, the team orders came in quite late, to be honest. But yeah,
Rambo
Rambo was
using the
making
Faizan line.
overtake. Yes, and he does go wide, but now I think he's made the move done. Hard versus mediums. Hard versus hard, actually. I'm sorry for that. But yeah, Rambo on just that has more life on his hearts than Rebels.
Rambo gets the DRS, and that's what's going to keep him ahead of Rebel with this chicane at least.
Let's see the penalty situation for the points finish, right? That should be interesting. The P10, who's fighting for P10 and what kind of penalty points do they have? Because that's like probably the most drivers which are pushing down into from 11, 12, 13 into the points. Same goes for the guys just above points. Thermo's got 12 seconds, Vinay's got 18 seconds, so there's no chance for him. PK just overtakes Vinay out of the pits.
Not a great showing for the Haas boys tonight. Struggling by last place.
Monk seems to have only 3 seconds of penalty. He looks like to be in a prime position for points easily. He just needs to get in more, push in harder. Faizan seems to also have 18 seconds, 9
Wait
seconds
a
on.
minute. Oh, speedless spits.
Finally, I think he's gonna go on the soft tires.
And this should be a fight till the end. It's gonna get interesting now.
Absolutely. Oh, he has a
Let's.
wing damage. Oh, that's gonna cost him a little bit of time.
I spotted a red wing there. Could you mind showing who it is? Yep, it's down there. Down, I think it's Fireox, if you can show.
I think he's in the pace. Yeah, he's changing his swing. Abarpan charging on those hard tires. Can he get speedless? Yes, he does, and so does Rambo, I think. Oh no, it's speedless. Oh, Hyrox gets down to P10 with the softs. I think he has a lot of position to make up now.
Hyrox has no penalties though, and Faizan Thermo in front of them have almost about 20 seconds of it. I don't know how much Rebel has, which is interesting to find out. We got 9 seconds, so it's easy. He's easy way up ahead into the finish. Let's see if Abarpan has kept it clean. Abarpan, what's his penalty status like? 12 seconds. Interesting. Speedlust is primed for a good finish. He has no penalties. That's really interesting.
Speedless on new softs has to make up 8 seconds to beat Washington there. I believe he's going to the pits.
No, that's
Well,
probably not the prime
that
choice.
is confirmed podium for Speedlust, and if he could close that gap in, those penalties could probably maybe push him one more position up. And
Rambo looking
that is
very
a
aggressive, pushing Abarpan to the wall of championship game. He's on the outside now. Comes the inside
Yeah,
in turn 1. Abarpan leaves him space.
going for that
The Washington
switchback,
comes
will
out in
make that.
front. Oh, that's fantastic for him. But he goes wide at the exit just to show that he's here and he's through. Enjoy the rest of your race, kids.
It's time for us to see if Washing can actually make up the 10 seconds to Speedlust, which is a pipe dream. But yeah, so there's an easy podium thrown away from Washing. I don't know if he had too much tire wear, because defending for 10 seconds gap for like good 7 laps isn't that hard. But yeah, you should at least give it a try. Shame, but let's see. Very nice points formation anyways. We can keep it on track for the rest of the race. Rambo is also in a good position with 3 seconds of penalties only. He seems to be trying to attack
Red Devil
Washing.
in P1 getting another penalty of 3 seconds. That's not good for him. He must keep it clean. He's lost a win before because of penalties.
The last corner,
Yes.
and meanwhile his teammate gets overtaken by Faizan. And Harry Rocks, the charging Ferrari, moves up into P9 on those.
The only prancing horse today on the grid.
Bonk!
Oh,
Squeezes, puts his nose in, gets a relatively safe move on BK19, moves up into P11. He's just 9 seconds unfortunately, but on fresher soft tires to that of Thermo. Thermo unfortunately has a lot of penalties, so Monk very well could be finishing in the points tonight.
He just needs to close in a 2.5 second gap within 6 laps, and he has a point in his bag. That's going to be interesting to see.
I think it's doable since Monk on fresh softs and medium old is
But
Thermo.
yellows, that would be for Red Devil.
Oh no!
No, that's
Has he lost a wing?
no, that's a spun out Captain Cheesecake. My apologies.
Not a good race for him today.
What's the penalty difference between P1 and P2? That's P6, 6 seconds for Devil, and 6 is exactly the same.
So that will not change the result, I suppose.
BK19's come back, and I believe Monk's made a mistake because BK19's back into P11.
Oh, he's lost a little bit of his front wing on the left.
Oh, Monk.
Was definitely on for a points finish there. Shame. You need to keep your composure to the end of the race here, especially
Six
once
laps
it
to
gets
go.
driving.
Harry's on the verge of getting another position done with the racing point of Rebel. He's kept it clean, no penalties, BK19 picking another one up. Rebel trying to block the. Oh no, that was absolutely ridiculous defending by Rebel, making a second move and which caught Harry off guard naturally. And yeah, as a result of this, a spin is the damage as well. A Faizan spun as well. Oh no, what is happening to the second stint runners? This is not gonna end well. Not ending well. Captain Cheesecake has retired from the session.
Given the race that Rambo had, it's quite interesting how far he's made up positions. He was not on the optimal strategy. He started on one tires. So it's kudos to Rambo. Definitely the DOTD of the day. That of the day. Sorry, I'm sorry. So there's good performance from Rambo. He's kept it clean also. Only 3 seconds of penalties up till now. So it's really a good show from him.
Well,
Also from Nirma.
in the background, there was a very clutch overtake by Faizan, overtaking Tomo in the Red Bull. He's got those fresher tires, but he's got that spin as well. Now he has to try and recover that one more position that he was ahead of Rebel, I presume. Yeah, he's got 3 seconds to make, but with his penalty situation, not gonna be possible maybe.
Rebel's tires screaming already. The rears are definitely on their end. Harry Rocks though, I think we can now see back to the initial pit he took on lap 11, which is costing him right now. If he'd gone for the 2-stop, he should have probably pitted that just a bit earlier to stop from losing time. Because as we all know, the softs, they go down by 2 seconds post lap 8-9. So it's really not the ideal choice to stay on them that late into the stint, especially the ones you qualify on. So let's hope these can make it into points to salvage some sort of race from now. I think now the entire focus would be on the front runners to see if any one of them picks up the penalty to make it more interesting.
It's a surprise today that there was no safety car and less people retired than yesterday.
True. It's fine. People are trying to, obviously keeping it clean. They're much spaced out too. So it's kudos to the drivers.
Oh, that's cutting the chicane, trying to make that corner. There wasn't enough space. He was not sufficiently ahead. That's another mistake. And a spin for Harry Rocks.
I guess
rock solid there with his defense. Keeps the position.
Frustration leading into poor decision making. It's understandable, we'll all been there, but I guess Tier 2 has some sort of a weird love with that chicane. Because all moves seem to be going down there and none of them actually go through. So it's interesting.
Oh, Rebel shutting the door, saying no, after me, boy, and slams Faizan and goes back into P7 like a
Using
resurrective move.
Using Faizan's rear tire to slingshot him further up ahead. It was really interesting how they locked in together.
Okay, going back.
And again the chicane approaching. I'm pretty sure someone's gonna make the move into the chicane. Let's see. That chicane seems to be the favorite kata of Tier 2. Let's see. Full DRS, dive down the chicane. No ERS being used from Faizan, I guess saving it.
Like so much later. Let's see what move we can move. We've got 2 laps in the Grand Prix left. Red
This
Devils already
seems
into
to
the
be
third,
like the
fourth
only
lap.
battle.
Yep.
Everyone seems to be spaced out on the grid, so we're all going to be watching Faizan and Rebel War towards the end right now. Faizan using his overtake on the straight to get close, but just not that enough.
So
Not
is
that.
Rebel. And he makes the move! That was a dive bomb and a half. Luckily there's
Exact
space on
same
the
move repeated again.
Oh, and Rebel shows him the door again. Oh, he slams into him.
That
That
did not look
was
like it was.
ridiculous.
That seemed intentional. That did seem intentional.
Yep.
Frustration getting the better of Faizan. not really knowing what to do, just trying to dive on the inside each chance he gets, or he's missing his breaking points. Can't really tell anymore. Everything is a
It's
lie.
all to play for. Goes for the
One more
move.
dive,
And Rebel shows
and
him the door again. This guy is a solid defender. That was quite aggressive though. I do not know if there's going to
yes,
be a
in the
report.
old contact model, this would have been goodbye to Rebel, but thank you, Cody's for actually doing something right this game. I'm just surprised how Rebel has still not picked up a bit of damage for those 3 contacts within 1.5 laps. Very interesting. If Faizan should dive, he should dive into the wing to ruin 2 races at a time.
Self-destruct mode.
Harry Rocks 0 seconds. He's easily primed for P7. Can you look at Rebel's penalties? 12 seconds. Easily. He's going to get Rebel 2 and probably Abarpan. No. Just.
Well, let's
not
wait
now.
and find out. It's the last lap and we've missed the overtake. Harry Rocks is just sliced like a ninja through thermo and he's moved up into P9. Let's see if we can get another move. He's 2.5 seconds behind Faizan. This is the final battle, I believe, that could ensue in the Canadian Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Red Devil has crossed the line. P1.
P1
Easy.
Sebastian.
Shot a luck. Same amount of penalties in P2. Great finish for him. Yeah, Speedless there with his unfortunate disconnection at the beginning of the race. Moves into P1. I don't know if this is a bug because he looks to be 43 seconds ahead. That is definitely a problem. That's
Yeah, because he was 10 seconds on the interval to Madhav and he didn't have any penalties. Madhav had 6. So Matt doesn't checked out there, but yeah, let's see if it's a bug or not.
Oh no! That's really bad exit. Ramos left the session, but yeah, it's fine. Harry Rocks is really close. He's. Oh
And
wait,
Faizan
Faizan's.
is down in P10.
Oh, Faizan's made a mess. I believe there might have been contact between Harry Rocks and him, or mistake on his own. But Harry Rocks, inches, literally not even a tenth away from a Burpan. That was very close out there.
Faizan falling out of those points with those penalties and he's falling even more.
Can
Thermo
Thermo make it?
How's Thermo down so bad?
That was unnecessary cut, but hey. He
You gotta
makes
do
it
what you
cross
gotta
the
do.
For
line.
finishing the race. Props for finishing the race.
Oh, that was an amazing race, a cracker.
A brilliant race from all the drivers. Really clean driving, really fast driving.
Absolutely.
Lost the count of amount of pit stops we had, but we are glad that the safety cars were minimum this race.
Keyboard Warrior, Abarpan, yes, the driver of the day. Thermo is teleported back to the pits. And, well, I believe this could be a bug, but we'll know for sure later on. But, yeah, at least on our timing sheets before Speedlust was in P3, Red Devil takes the win. And, yeah, P2 by Shalalak. Yep, as expected, a 29-second lap. Cody's, thank you very much. You're a legend. Overtakes, unfortunately, having a terrible race again. And yeah, this is your final finishing order. Thoughts on the race, gentlemen?
Hello.
I think we have missions with us.
Hello.
I have to. I'll be back in a minute.
Hello there, Satvik. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I just lost the connection at lap 1, I guess. By the time
Yes, you did.
I 10, yeah, I know it was a hard race. Then I spun eventually, but I was P12. Then I was coming back at everyone. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all it was.
it's a great drive, recovery drive, made all the way up to P3. Yeah, there was a bug in the game which caused you to be P1 at the end, but yeah, great drive.
Yeah, I found the fastest lap was 13 seconds, which was me, I guess. I don't know. But, I don't know about fastest lap, but it was one of the hardest races I ever raced. Yeah.
Anyways, the first lap. So, Walk us through the race in itself. Any difficulties? You did change your wing midway the race.
Yes,
Um,
yes. I lost the wing in lap 13, I guess, at the last turn near the chicane, and I didn't want it to change my wing, but eventually the game has changed my wing. I didn't keep into manual wing settings; it was an auto, so I lost 7 seconds there again.
damn.
So,
So there was hardly any damage. You didn't really actually want to change the wing.
yeah, yes, it was like an yellowing, slight yellowing,
Hmm.
so it was fine to drive, but yeah, it was I, wa- it, I my intention was not to change the wing, but yeah.
Regardless, yeah, congrats on the podium. Yeah,
Yeah,
there
thank you.
might be further good news for you coming very very soon. So yeah, just stick around because we're really really happy that you're back here in IRC. 2 wins, the podium on the third. What more could you want?
Good news about what though?
We'll let you know.
Yeah,
Stay
sure.
tuned. Um, yeah, Madhav, are you with us? How was your race? A fine P2. Very racy in the beginning, but unfortunately could not keep up with Red Devil. Thoughts on your race?
Yeah, I thought I could have more space, but that wasn't the case. And at the start, I tried to take a move on him, but then I got squeezed in and I had to back out. So I guess the race was won at the start.
Mhm.
At least that's what I feel.
So he had the pace on you.
Yes,
Oh,
for today.
yeah, for today, good. And as you finished P2, that's great points. Your closest rival, I believe, is Abhi17. He's didn't even take part, so that's 18 points free for you. So yeah, what are you? Are you more and more confident that you're going to be taking the crown this season?
No, and not really, because there are Speedless and Red Devil also have shown a lot of, like, they've improved a lot. And
Well, but
but I think this is our best finish for Williams since Australia.
absolutely,
P3
yeah,
and
P
P2 and 4.
P2 and 4, absolutely, yeah. Nirma kept it surprisingly clean. Didn't make any mistakes or any unnecessary pit stops. So yeah, that's he fought. Must have started out quite far behind. Just kept it
Yeah,
clean. Yeah, great
yeah.
race by him as well.
So I had 9 seconds of penalty, and the first two I had got it the first two laps itself. I was and Speedless was catching up towards the end, so I just had to keep that 9 second up behind. So I was
Hmm.
just pushing, but he was catching up. And at the end, the gap was, I think, 10.1.
Yep, that's good. Kept it clean, kept it consistent, and that's what matters for the crown. Moving on to our race winner, the Red Devil. Welcome. Fine performance
Hello,
by you. What
thanks.
do you feel? How did it go today? What went right?
Uh, it went well. The tire strategy worked out really well because the
Mhm.
mediums outlasted what Jeff was telling me. So
Mhm.
yeah, I
Great.
could push like longer than it was showing me. So
Awesome. Um, s- uh, what? Did you notice that Speedless disconnected in the beginning and you just went for it saying,
yes,
yo, this is my chance for the win?
yes. Then
Uh,
there was Harry. Then there was Harry also who got ahead in the start, but I had to
mhm.
pass him. So yeah, that was fun.
Good. Any point in the race you thought that okay, you might have screwed up? Did you make any wrong move?
Yes, I got 2 6 second, 3 second penalties. So I thought like for penalties I might lose the position again like Spain, but I pushed hard and then I saw like it was 6.2 behind. So yeah,
Right. Well, congratulations. Great points for Racing
thanks, man.
Point. I believe your teammates finished P9 or 8.
Uh,
Well, yeah, points on the board for you. Keep it consistent. Yeah,
yes,
congrats.
thanks, mate.
And yeah, that wraps it up with us. for round 9 of IRC in season 5. Do tune in again next week, same time, same place. Until then, goodbye.